Programming Lexus ES300h.
So, we choose Lexus.
This is the year 2015.
We choose our model. We have
So, let's select our year range. We have year 2015, smart key. We have a complete loss. For a total loss, this emulator will help us a lot. We go to control unit Kelly system, and we need to make a backup and Modato through OBD.
Okay.
turn on the hazard lights.
Before making a backup of the data, the car needs to be taken off the alarm. Remove the alarm. You need to decode the key and open and close the door with the key twice. If it is not possible to decode and cut the key, so I cut the key. But if it's not possible, decode and cut the key, we just remove the cylinder from the lock and open and close it with a screwdriver. Basically, the procedure is not difficult. If the car is armed, downloading the IMMO data will not work. So, okay.
So, now the next step is to emulate the Nali key generator. Let's choose our backup. Where is it? Here.
We need to program two keys. I have the ion key. I have the ion key, but this one is different from another Lexus. I'm not sure if it will work and bind for this car, because there is a different part number. Oh, but there is also another key that we will do.
This is a different key exactly for this car.
Okay, pressing the button.
All right. We turned on the ignition. Okay. And now we need to add the key. So, we're being asked. We connected the emulator. Okay, hazard lights are on, and we need to manage in the right time.
Okay, all right.
We are concluding.
The key, which is the emulator, and after that, we need to apply the second key, which we want to program.
Okay, looks like the key was wrong.
So, training failed.
Let's try again. Hold the key stronger and longer.
Well, maybe I have two wrong keys. Alright, let's try with a different key. So we add the key.
Okay. Turn on the hazard lights.
Okay.
Let's try to do it a bit differently now.
So, the procedure is the same for us. Okay? And we will try to do it simply with a chip.
Because possible, sometimes with Toyota and Lexus.
Doesn't see the chip.
The previous two keys did not work for me. The wrong part number for this car.
Let's try to do it slightly different with different keys.
So, one key worked.
So let's try the second key. So we'll do the second key in 3 stages. Although this key is for my Toyota Avalon.
Aftermarket.
Okay.
We have programmed the second key. Now we will tinker with the firmware for the second key, because the client needs 2 keys. Adding the second key. For this, we can already stop using the emulator. We place our key, which we programmed, or the client's key, and
So, here most likely.
won't catch, because these keys have very dense plastic or a very weak chip. And to add it, need to remove. So, in order to add the second key that we kind of need, we can already not use the emulator. You can use straight. So now we add the second key. To add the second key, we no longer need the emulator. We place the old key and by the way, surprisingly, here I have firmware installed for Avalon, not for Lexus. It can sometimes happen that with firmware from for Toyota Lexus, you will need to experiment and try different options. Okay, let's try. You open the trunk grill. Так.
That's it? Everything works.